Well, hello guys, and welcome to what is the second of March. Second of oh, it's not a vlog video. It's actually going to be a kind of a review, a look back video. So about 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years ago, I purchased that Xbox S to play the upcoming Forza game that was going to be releasing in March-ish. So, March of 2023, May or April of 2020, March or April of 2023. So yeah, um, and one of the other purchases I made was this little doohickey, my unbelievably, it's kind of got its hard lock on, but it's kind of 2.5 turns to yeah, it's my I'm palming the wheel here. So I've had this since it's not on because it's not connected to the Xbox. The Xbox is not connected to, so this will not happen. So this is a Logitech G923, and I've had it for about 3 years. I'll have it about 3 years. 3 years this month actually, because I got it right after I got Forza, and as you guys can see, it's gone through 3 years of use. So I've used it for Formula One games. I've used it for Project Motorcars, which just came out. I've used it for Forza Horizon 5 a couple of times, even though I don't have that game uploaded on my PC anymore. I mean, not my PC, my Xbox. So I got this. Deal. This was a steal, by the way. Or to me, it feels like a steal. So I got this late February. Well, I ordered it late February, from not Amazon but Logitech. Late February. It took about 2-3 weeks, because there was a bunch of snow on the ground, and there was always these delays. But I remember this coming. I remember this coming in March. I remember ordering it. I remember actually Forza came out in March. Actually, no. Forza came out in October of 23. That's right. Came out in October of 23. And I ended up ordering this, I think it's September 23. Yeah, because I remember this coming out, Forza coming out in October 23. I might be wrong, so leave it a comment in the comments. So I purchased this, I think it was in September, late September of 23. I can't remember which. I think it was either October or March. I think it was October of 23. I can't remember. But I remember I ordered this about 3 years ago. And Logitech had a decent deal on it. See, these usually retail for about $350, but Logitech had it on sale for at least $300 plus. I got a deal on it because I had a promo code that I found somewhere. Was able to chip another $50 off, and then I ended up getting the shifter for another I end up getting the shifter as an add-on for another, I think it was another $40. So the bill came out to about $350 plus tax, about 365, 350, 360 bucks. And I think shipping, I think tacked on another 10. So I think it was around 370 bucks, but I got the wheel itself for about three. And such. So, and then I waited for it, unboxed it, hooked it up here. It hooks up via a cable right here that runs all the way down. There's also, the shifter also has a cable. I have to update the drivers on this thing because Forza 6 is coming out in May, and I want to have, I don't know if the motion is coming out on camera, but I'm going to try to make a custom mount over here or something like that. Try to put that over there and make it feel like a shifter or something like that. Or get rid of this and get a racing cockpit or something like that. I might get a racing cockpit because, or a small little foldable one that I can put this on, so I can put the pedals, because the pedals, I'll get to those in a minute. So this is your sheer average, just your average racing wheel. It came with the shifter was $50. The pedals come with it. Usually you gotta pay. Usually with clutch pedals and stuff like that, you gotta pay for most manufacturers. You don't have to do that with Logitech because these come with the wheel already. If you want to get Fanatec or Thrustmaster, you usually get two pedals, and then you get a option for the clutch. So, but I've generally had good times with it. So I'll just go through some overviews. These are the things. It's a little dusty because I've had it out a lot lately, so I'll have to undust this guy and put a. So there's a couple of things. So these clamp it down. That one for some odd reason won't go down. That one sometimes. And then there's a clamp. Those clamp down there, and then there's those clamp down there. This one clamps like an old Logitech wheel. It just clamps down the bottom, and then it has these two things. So you have all your buttons. You have your directional, your capture, your menu button. This is basically, on a lot of games, this is your start and select. This just allows you to do brake bias. These are just wing buttons. This is things. This turns it on. You have your Y, X, A, B. This little rotary thing is for adjusting stuff on games that you can do this on, and that's just to up traction control and stuff like that. It does have paddles on the back. Two full metal ones. These are metal, not plastic. So not only that, in terms of turning radius, it's got one. In terms of turning radius, it's got 1, 2, about 2.5. About 2.5 on the turning radius. It's got a pretty decent thing, and that's also good for when you want to turn the car around, or if you're in a game where you can go lock to lock. The pedals that I mentioned, the pain in the neck because they are a little bit of a pain in the neck. I'll take a bit of shot. So you can tell which is the throttle, the gas. This is the gas. The gas just goes down. Clutch is a little heavier because you're pressing on the clutch. But it's the brake pedal that has the most. So if you're in a racing game, this helps when you're in a Formula One game. And that, I don't know if that's coming out on camera, but you can see my leg is having to do a little bit of workout versus flexing a couple of muscles versus I actually have to press down. That's actually pretty good if you're in a game like Formula One. You need decent pedals. I know this is probably, I know some direct drive guys are probably like, oh, that's weak. Oh, that's weak. What is it? Now, you can modulate the throttle and do everything. You can do left foot braking. Depends on what game I'm using. If I'm trying to modulate a corner, and I'm like this, get the pedal out of the way because I was trying to stop this thing from moving. I'm trying to stop the thing from moving. You guys can see how and this is good for heel toe because you can then you got that clutch here and you can rev match and blip and everything. But you know, some people just don't do this. It's got a decent feel. The Newton meter is about 2.3, which is not very, which is weak, but in some terms. But there's a decent amount of pull if you have the force feedback done right. The reason why I bought this is because I wanted something that was cheaper. Because if you go to a direct drive, you're paying $400, $500, $600, $700 for a wheel like this. Some little features that I like. I actually like the fact that you can grip the wheel like you would a normal one. You guys can't really see that on camera, but nice little thumb rests here. So, nice little thumb rests here. If I put wish I could angle the camera on my neck, but I can't. You just see there that that you know it's nice to have. It's nice to actually have. Plus, with this, you can access the paddles. You can access a lot of the buttons while you're up in this grip. You can grip. If you were doing this on a direct drive, oh yeah, by the way, it's very compact. See, most direct drive wheels have the buttons all over the place, and they're usually over here, or you got to hold on a grip, and then you got to move your finger up and stuff like that, or you got to hold on to a wheel and you got to strain. This way, you can still get a lot of the buttons. If I hold it like this, still able to do the directional. Because I'm able to go through menus. stuff like that. And so the second, the same on the other side too. So I can have it like this, and I can I can do this, punch these buttons, do this, pull the rotary wheel. I can stretch and I can do that. I have very good control over all these controls, and it's just a nice ergonomic thing. Plus, the force feedback is very ideal for my needs. 2.3 is actually a very decent one because you actually do feel the cars do react when you have to do it. It's all down to the force feedback settings. You don't need to spend $600-$700 on a direct drive. This is just ideal if you're playing games that you just need to drive, but you don't need all the road feel. A lot of people will do that for realism and stuff like that, but in terms of just having a decent time, and there's enough realism through this wheel to do that. Now I don't not contend that direct drive wheels are better. Some of them are, but it's just a nice budget option for those who do it, and it comes with the shifter, because most shifters, if you go to Logitech or if you go to Thrustmaster or one of these other companies, they're going to charge you like $100 for a shifter, versus this is like $50 or $40 or whatever it was, and it's pretty nice for what it does. Now it can't sequential shift because you have the capability here. It's got this nice little strip. It's got this nice little strip right here, which is cool. It can be removed, which is fine. I like that because there's less to go wrong. There's less something to break off or something like that. And and it's stood up for the last like 3+ years, 2.5, maybe 3+ years. So if anybody wants a decent wheel for just casual driving, if you're going to do racing games, this is actually pretty good if you want to drift too. This has got really decent. You can really feel, because this has got the true force. Now, when you're in a racing game and you have a car that runs downforce, the faster you go, the heavier this gets. So, and you can feel that without all this overwhelming force tugging you this way and that way, disrupting your gameplay, and you can click the paddles and you don't feel like this is going to get ripped out of your hand. I like this because if I had a direct drive, I wouldn't need to worry about getting my hands ripped off. Plus if you have something to grip like this, you have more control. Because most people make the stupid mistake when they do direct drive by putting their hands like this, and then the wheel doing this, and them losing a thumb probably. This is just ideal for somebody, and it's ideal for me because it provides a decent amount of feedback. So for those of you who are looking for a wheel for the upcoming Forza Horizon 6 game and don't want to blow $5 gazillion million on one of these wheels, plus you can pick these wheels up at Target and Best Buy and stuff like that for relatively decent money, and sometimes they're on sale, so you got to figure that out. Plus, it actually looks pretty cool. It's got the fake-looking little bolts here. Actually, I don't think those are fake, but it's got the fake little bolts, so it looks like a racing wheel. The stitching, I don't know if that's coming out for you. Stitching's pretty good. It's held up pretty well to my hands. And it doesn't feel like it's about to come off. And it actually feels like I'm actually gripping a leather steering wheel from a car, so it helps me glide through all the ins and outs. So I just want everybody to know you don't have to break the bank just to have fun with a racing wheel, and this is just fine. I don't have too much with the force feedback. It's not all that bad. It does lack some. It does lack some options on games like Formula One and stuff like that. But I will find out a way to make that happen once. Figure out how to make that compatible with this, and pretty cool thing. And plus, I want to. Plus, I only use this for racing games. I only use it once in a while. I want to get my money's worth, and definitely over the last couple of years, I've gotten my money's worth out of this. So yeah, I thought there would just be a 3-year, almost a 3-year look at my Logitech G923. Probably one of the best wheels I've had. I used to have a Logitech Momo wheel, the one that used to have the paddle shifters on the back, and it used to have the stick shift over here, a little different from the one I have, a little different from that one. It was sitting there on the side, you put it back and forth and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely reminiscent of that, but it's way more involved. It's just a little easier to do that. Plus, I don't have to store more than one wheel away, because having more than one wheel kind of is a pain in the neck. So, kind of a pain in the neck. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This vlog. You guys enjoyed me, well, not vlog, but just a look back after almost 3 years of me having